Hello and welcome back to another episode of Craven Some Raven. And in this episode, we are going to be breaking down this upcoming matchup that we got up against the Los Angeles Rams. And right now they are Los Angeles, not Los Angeles more. I think they're down on their luck. I know they're coming off wins, but I am not hyped about this team. So let's get into things right away. Man, I'm coming in hyped, coming in hot. I am a little bit hyped right now, and you should be too. This is going to be an excellent, awesome game. We're going to Hollywood. But, I'm just in a good mood. I don't know what it is. Sometimes, I was at work listening to music, jamming down. Sometimes it's either one or the other. It's either you're listening to music, like I'm on Spotify under all my favorites. So all these songs I have at one point hit the like button, add it to my favorites, And so I'm listening to it, and it's either I hate all of these songs. I can't seem to find a good goddamn song. Or, this is my shit. Each and every single song that comes on is your jam. And that's the way I was feeling right before I came into this podcast. Probably could have started it maybe 10, 15 minutes before. But you know what? I was jamming in my car. I listened to a good song. Just jamming away. Neighbors looking at me like, what the hell are you doing, bro? And I'm jamming away. And then another banging song comes on. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling hyped. So let's break down this game. Because like I said, we're going to Hollywood. Going to L.A. Going to, where do they play? I guess it's going to be in the Rose Bowl. Is that the name of the stadium? I feel like there's another name to the stadium. Either way, we are going to be the Coliseum. That's what it is. Even though it is not going to be in ancient Greek times, we are not going to be fighting tigers or lions using spears. No, we're going to be using a football in Lamar Jackson's legs, almost as deadly as a spear, almost as deadly as using a lion. We ain't going to Roman times at the Coliseum. This is football Coliseum. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Let's just break down this game because we're coming into this game on a 6-game winning streak. What? What? Yes, you heard me correct. You already know this, but oh my God. oh my God. Are you kidding me? 6 in a row? We haven't lost since we lost to those pesky little Browns, since the Browns Super Bowl. And we are flying high, flying on all cylinders. This offense is cooking, and I hope this is not the letdown game. We have to go all the way to the West Coast, I know. So maybe that affects us, maybe it doesn't. I know it is harder to go from West Coast to East Coast, not East Coast to West Coast because of the time difference, which for me, what the hell? What's with this time zone shit? Just pick a time and everyone, all right, if 5 o'clock here, if 5 o'clock on the East Coast, it should also be 5 o'clock on the West Coast. But you know what? Just know that, hey, it gets dark at 5 here and it doesn't get dark at 5 here. Let's just keep it the same time. Why are we going to mess with time like that? You go through the plane, it's almost like time travel. If you go fast enough, right, can't you technically go back in time? That's not the way it works. But you know what I'm saying. It's dumb. Anyways, but the sun and all its glory, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I guess Jared Goff, we're going to be playing him on defense. And I am so not worried about it. I mean, Jared Goofy. What has he done recently? The man loves pressure. I don't know. I was thinking about this game, and I was actually scrolling Instagram earlier, and something crazy that I thought or saw was that NFL is doing their top 100 players, and I guess we're going through the running backs at this moment. So they showed highlights of Eric Dickerson, right? Just one of the best running backs of all time. I think he actually made the list. He's going to be the running back in that top 100. And I found it strange that I thought I was looking at Lamar Jackson. I implore you, go watch Eric Dickerson highlights. Because I saw, I was like, okay, maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe it's just these 2 runs where he looks like Lamar Jackson. So I went to a highlight video. And I'll be damned, their stride, the way they move, the way they cut, it was almost the exact same. Like the most similar I've seen of any running back. And like running comparison. Like I swear to God, if you put a Lamar Jackson head on that body, it would have looked like him. Like I've seen those runs before. I've seen those same exact runs. And it got even stranger because I remember I posted on my Twitter, I think, like in this highlight video at the 3-minute and 40-second mark. If you Google Eric Dickerson highlights, I think it was the second video. It could have changed by now, but I think it was the second video at 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Eric Dickerson goes into the end zone with both arms up, like kicking in, with a high knee with one leg. I swear to God, Lamar Jackson has done this exact motion. I think Lamar Jackson and Eric Dickerson are the same exact people. I think Eric Dickerson probably puts a little bit more oomph on it, and Lamar puts a little bit more sauce on it, a little bit more shimmy shake. But I mean, I swear to God, they run the exact same, and it is shocking how similar it was. I was freaking out. If you want to see the video that I was watching, I put it on my Twitter. I just found it super strange, and it was so similar that I'm surprised I haven't seen anybody make that comparison. And NFL keeps posting these highlights of Eric Dickerson because of this top 100 shit. So I'm like, holy crap, look at this. Like, I'm surprised no one else has seen it. Maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe you tripping. But no, I ain't. It looks the exact same. So the other day I was actually on Engraven's stream. He was doing this thing where you could just kind of join the stream, and I was in there, and apparently I said something that people enjoyed because we were talking about Lamar Jackson and the way he runs, and the way he gets hit or doesn't get hit. And I said the good thing is he only gets hit when he does. The only time he gets hit, if you consider it a big shot, anytime you consider that that's one of his harder hits, one of the harder hits that he's taken, it's always by a DB. Which, first of all, you're getting hit by a smaller guy. You can take those hits. As long as it's not some defensive lineman landing on you, that's when you get in trouble. We saw that with Deshaun Watson. Jalen Ferguson sacked him last week, landed on his legs, and he was down for a little bit. He's like, do I even want to get back up? But no, Lamar Jackson, he can tuck and roll out of these hits. Because after I said that, I said, Lamar Jackson reminds me of somebody doing parkour. Right? You know what I'm talking about. These fools can free running, right? These fools can jump off a 50-foot ledge, tuck and roll, and they're good. Like nothing, like they didn't just jump off a 50-foot ledge onto concrete. How are these guys doing this, right? It's because they know how to fall. They know how to control their body. And that's exactly what Lamar Jackson does. So anytime anybody says anything about Lamar Jackson getting injured, not sustainable, he will get hurt, you can't keep running like this, just remind them of parkour. Hardcore parkour. Watch that Office episode, Hardcore Parkour. And it, because he takes a hit and he's completely fine, because on that long run against the Texans, he took a pretty decent shot at the end, but he lowered that shoulder, braced for impact, tuck and rolled, and we're good. And no one's harmed. No harm, no foul. So, in this game, right, I was going to break down this game, right? So I'll talk about the Ravens offense first, because we got to go up against Aaron Donald. Oh, Darnold. Oh, darn. Oh, Aaron. Let's go with you, Aaron. And he is one of the beasts of this league. He is one of the best players in the league. I know he doesn't have quite the production that he did last year, but I mean, he's kind of that fuck him up guy, fuck up the play kind of guy. He might lead the league in fuck him up plays, where it's like, oh, we were gonna go here, but you kind of destroyed 3 blockers in the process. And it's gonna be tough because if the Rams are any sort of smart, they're going to put Aaron Donald on. What's his face? Bozeman, the booze man, on that drunk dude. He's drinking the booze. He should be lined up across from Bradley Bozeman on each and every play. I can't wait. I hope he goes up against Marshall Yanda at least once. I think we all want to see that, right? We all want to see a Hall of Fame type player versus one of the more dominant defensive linemen in the league. I think that would be such an awesome rep to see. You can show your kids that. You can teach your college students, like, this is how you play these two right here, and you can use it for both sides. I think that'll be awesome, and they'll both put on a clinic, I think. But this is going to be the toughest matchup because they don't have a bad defensive line. They have Clay Matthews, they got Dante Fowler. These are all guys who can kind of wreak havoc, and it all predicates off of Aaron Donald kind of soaking up a couple guys, because you need to put 2 on him, right? You need to put 2 blockers on him. because he is that dangerous. He is that dude. How do we want to attack that? I know we got a great run game. You can be as good as you want. You could be the number one defense up against the run, but you've never faced a team like us. You've never faced a running attack like we have. I wonder how they're going to try to account for Lamar Jackson. Each team has tried and failed. I wonder what I think our lowest total on the year was like 130 something yards, and that was a couple of weeks ago. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, the Texans had the number 3 rushing defense, and we put up 260 on them. So it's kind of like, you want to stop the run against us, we can kind of say, go fuck yourself and just run it straight at you. But how do you stop Aaron Donald from fucking up your situation in the run game? Because a lot of what we do is that, snap it in the shotgun. Lamar Jackson is in the pistol, he gets the ball, and there's that mesh point, right? There's that, do I take it or do I go? Should I take or should I go? Either way. And when you do that, that's like an extra second in the backfield. That just gives Aaron Donald time to really fuck up the play. And you can just, those are gears that are going, and he can kind of just throw a wrench in it. So my hope, and what I heard Coach Evans from Sip to Tally Film say, shout out, I was listening to the Film Study podcast, and he was on there. Proud of him, because that's a pretty big Ravens podcast, and I enjoy talking to Coach Evans. And so he was saying, if you can't block a guy, you make him the read man. I don't know if I'm saying this right. I'm not 100% keen on X's and O's, as you know, if you listen to this. I am just more of an opinions kind of guy, just a Ravens fan at heart. But he's saying, he will make Aaron Donald the read man, because that will make it so that he can't be right. I feel like we did that with Jadeveon Clowney. Almost let him be unblocked. Let Lamar Jackson read what Aaron Donald wants to do. Does he want to come up? Give it to the running back. Does he go for the running back? Then you take it outside. And that's kind of how you register Aaron Donald inert. What is it? He's not chemistry. What is he? A gas? Inert? What am I talking about? Just make it so he's kind of out of the play, right? He kind of is useless to the play. Make him the free man. Block everybody else. Get your numbers. Get your math in the run game on the other side of him. And I think that's how you defeat an Aaron Donald-led defense. Now they still have Jalen Ramsey. I remember earlier in the season, where is Ramsey going to go? Where is Ramsey going to go? And I was joking around. I think he's going to go to the Rams because, well, he just seems Ramsey, A dumb joke, I know. That is a white New Balances, stained with grass kind of joke. Top of the morning. Yeah, those are looking nice. One man to grill, one man to tell stupid jokes and say, yeah, those are looking nice. Either way, it's a dad joke. That's what I'm trying to say. But listen, they have Jalen Ramsey. And do they want to put him on Hollywood Brown? Do they want to put him on Snead? Because you take out Hollywood Brown, that takes away the deep shot. Can Ramsey keep up with him? He's a big, fast dude, but he's also good in the box. And something I heard, I was listening to SCG's, one of his YouTube videos, and he had Behind Enemy Lines. I know, I listen to everything, right? That's why this is called Craven Some Raven Podcast, because I listen to everything. I can't get enough Ravens content. I listen to it damn near 24/7. If I'm not listening to music, I am most likely looking at Ravens content. I produce my own. Sometimes it probably does sway my opinion. But you know what? I just soak in all the information, and I love it. I'm craving some Raven. But yeah, so he had this guy behind enemy lines. He had a Rams guy. He covers the Rams, and he was saying he thinks that Jalen Ramsey should be the Lamar spy. So okay, that's interesting. Because I haven't thought about that. Because people try to spy with a linebacker, they try to spy with a safety, but no one has tried to spy with a corner. But he's not. But Jalen Ramsey isn't a regular corner. He is that dude, right? He is fast. He is mean. He hits like a motherfucker. Anyways, a mother, and I think, I don't know if he can keep up with Lamar, but I think he can stay laterally with him, make him your read man, which is cool. That probably will maybe limit Lamar's rushing ability. Maybe he won't get the huge one. He'll still probably be able to get 5-10 yards, but I think as a Rams team, if you're able to keep Lamar to 5 to 10 yards, I think you're okay with that. You let that go. But the only issue is now, who are your other corners? I don't know who their other corners are. I don't follow the Rams. Not one bit. So that would kind of leave Hollywood open, right? That would leave a Willie Snead open. I know, they got these other corners. Like I said, I don't know who they are, but I'm sure if I was talking to a Rams fan right now, they'd say, but we got this guy, and we got this guy. Okay, yeah, sure. But they're going to be one-on-one because they're going to have to stack the box like everyone does. I'm waiting for a team not to stack the box, and I want to see how our offense reacts to that. I am not sure how our offense would react to not having a stacked box, because it seems like damn near every play there's 8 to 9 in the box against our team, and we still can run the damn ball. So really, it's a pick your poison. They're going to be one-on-one in the outside, and the Ravens aren't going to be able to throw on them. It is going to be a Monday night game under the lights. Everyone's going to be watching. Lamar Jackson will remain as the MVP candidate unless he throws a bunch of stupid picks. But I mean, this team has been rolling for so long. It's I don't know. It would be surprising if they continued it. It would be surprising if they didn't continue it. If they come out and lay a stinker, it's like, dang it, it's about time. Or if they just continue this roll, it's like, well, if they continue to put up mad points and be elite on defense, I wouldn't be surprised either, right? I'd be like, well, yep, that's what they've been doing. I did. No wonder it's the same shit. So yeah, man, I am super hyped for this game. When it comes to after the game, I don't know if I will be able to do a review podcast. I am leaving. I am going on vacay. I will be going to San Francisco, actually, for some Thanksgiving action. And I will be leaving on Tuesday. And normally I like to do the day after, kind of rewatch the game. And my flight's at like 2:30, so I'll probably have time to record a podcast, upload it. But when it comes to the other games, because I will be going to Maryland from San Francisco and watching the San Francisco game. If only they were in San Francisco, would have been nice and easy. Would have had to make one trip. But I want to watch this game. I can't wait to see that game. So, my podcast, excuse me, I'm all over the place in this one. I am all over the place. But I don't know what my schedule is going to look like for the podcast coming up. I will try to record episodes, but I will be with family. And so, I don't know. Maybe I'll try to bring some family members on. I don't know yet. We will see how things shake out, but just know if the podcasts become a little scarce, just know that's why. But I'll have a little bit more time on my hands because I will be on vacation. So either or, we shall see. But this game, I talked about Jalen Ramsey, I talked about Aaron Donald. But you know what? Like, our offense is that much better. They're saying the same thing on the other side. Like, fuck, we got to deal with Mark Ingram, Gus Edwards, Hollywood Brown, Mark Andrews, Hayden Hurst, Nick Boyle. Fuck. Oh, and they have the MVP of the league, Lamar Jackson. Yes, we do. And y'all better watch out. Rams fans, y'all better watch out. Because we are going to the lights, camera, action, Jackson, Hollywood town. This is where they should thrive, right? The Ravens are the most flashy team in the league. And we're going to the flashiest city in the league. So I expect them to put out a showstopper. They will be wearing the color rush, so it's going to be all hype. Monday Night Football, baby. Yeah, man. Who are the Monday night announcers? It's not Al Michaels. No, it's like Booger. Or are they Thursday? No, yeah, I think it's Booger. The Booger Man. Who says some kind of dumb shit often. He just Mr. Captain Booger Obvious. Right? Like, drink any time he says Lamar Jackson is an MVP. Right? You'll be hammered. But I mean, another game under the lights. Everyone is going to be able to see Lamar Jackson to the full potential. Yeah, I think they've already seen him. When he did that, when we had that Sunday night game. So this is another opportunity under the lights. The whole world will be watching. Lamar Jackson is must-see TV. Next year, we're going to have unlimited, national TV times. I can't think of the friggin' right term right now. Primetime games, right? Yeah, we're going to have unlimited primetime games next year because I think the league recognizes that Lamar Jackson is must-see TV, that people enjoy watching him. And you can tell by any time you click on the NFL or any other video, if they say Lamar Jackson, he is in the thumbnail. You can tell how popular a player is by the thumbnail, per video capita, blah, 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 ratio, I guess. Because anywhere you click when it comes to the NFL, more likely than not, Lamar Jackson is going to be in the thumbnail because he is an electrifying player that people enjoy watching. And so we're going to get a ton of primetime games. Also, he's leading the league in what are they called? Pro Bowl votes by like 30, 40,000. I don't know what it's up to now, but still in the lead. That should say something too. But this is the most flashy team. And like I said, we're going to the most flashy team, or flashy city, or fakest city. I don't know. I mean, the Rams, they do have Wade Phillips. Just thinking about that. He is a old school coordinator. Will he be able to think something up? He's been doing it a long time. Will he be able to think something up? Or is he just going to be stuck in his old ways? Like, here's how we're going to play it. This is how we're going to do it. He is known as a pretty good coordinator around the league. But is he that good? Is he that good? We shall see. Because I think, going to the other side of the ball, I think, the defense, that was our main concern at the beginning of the season. That was the issue with this team. And they have turned it around something fierce. Switch on them. Because they are operating now. I think since they got Marcus Peters into the lineup, since they got Jimmy Smith back, I don't know the stats 100%, but I'm pretty sure they are the number one defense. Don't quote me on that. Just know that it feels like it's true. That's why I hate stats. I hate listing stats. But I will make up stats on the spot if it sounds about right. They lead the league in defense since they've gotten Marcus Peters and Jimmy Smith back. The strangest thing, like Jimmy Smith, the difference between the way the defense plays with Jimmy Smith in there and with him out is shocking. I know we also got Marcus Peters at that same time too, but it's what is it about Jimmy Smith? I know he's a decent corner, but anytime Ravens fans, they bring up like, Jimmy Smith gone. It's like, no questions asked, Jimmy Smith is gone. But the craziest thing is the difference, I think our record in general and the way the defense plays is trash when Jimmy Smith isn't playing. And I'm with you, Ravens fans. I don't think he's this elite, amazing player. I think he's good. He's really good. But I wouldn't say elite. But for whatever reason, when he's not in there, shit breaks down. I don't know what the hell's going on. Maybe it's a mental thing. Like, Jimmy ain't here. Well, what do we do now? But I feel like we have, two very skilled corners. I don't know. I just find it very strange, especially Jimmy Smith at his age. He is that big of a factor. And it's crazy. Like you think, we'll just plug and play, next man up mentality. Jimmy Smith goes down, secondary trash. Brandon Williams goes down, run defense trash. Now we bring in Pecos, we bring in Jelly, and those guys, just a brick shit houses, the big fucking dudes, a big old pot of jelly. And they can stuff the run too. I don't know if they're as good as Brandon Williams, but it gives Brandon Williams some time to kind of get some rest, right? He doesn't have to be in there every single play because his cardio ain't that great. He has the body built by Taco Bell, right? I saw Peanut saying that before the Texans game on the Ravens Instagram, on one of their stories. He was pointing at Matthew Jones, body built by Taco Bell. He pointed at Brandon Williams. Now that's a body built by Taco Bell. And it is. That man is feasting on Taco Bell. He's feasting on something, man, because that is a big fucking dude. Brandon Williams, he is huge. But our defense, I don't think it's as tough of a task. I don't think it's as tall of a task as as the Texans were. And we kind of dominated the Texans. And, you can't really, rest on that. You think the Texans have a better offense than the Rams, so, we should be able to destroy. Week to week NFL math does not work. I remember seeing something early in the year. It's like, well, the Dolphins beat, who they beat? They beat the Jets? No. They beat somebody who beat someone else, who beat us, who beat the Patriots. So therefore, the Dolphins are the best team in the league. No, football math just doesn't work out. Any given Sunday, right? That old bullshit phrase. And really, their offense isn't that great. I mean, they have one of the young NFL genius, Sean McVay. If you happen to work with him, if you babysitted his kids, head coaching job. There you go. I said what's up to him on the street. Can I get a head coaching job? I didn't do that, but I'm sure I would get offers. Because that's what it seems like. You sneeze next to him, you might get a head coaching job. So he's this offensive genius. They're killing it last year, get to the Super Bowl, but what happens in the Super Bowl? Trash. They play like trash. And so this year, that only continues. Is it a Super Bowl hangover? I don't know. I know they're not getting Todd Gurley involved as much as they used to. Todd Gurley isn't the same since he's got those injuries. But the main key is you get pressure on Jared Goff, and he's terrible. He's hot trash. He is hot garbage. He's just terrible. And me personally, I never believed in Jared Goff. I always was not on his side. It's something about his face. I don't know. I don't like your face. So it wasn't only that. I just didn't like his game either. He just felt like he wasn't that good. And then he was on, Hard Knocks? And he didn't know which way the sun rose. And I was like, that's it. Fuck you, bro. Fuck you. How much money are you about to get paid? And you are so dumb that you don't know where the sun comes up? East, motherfucker. East. God damn it. Stupid Cali kid. Fucking. So yeah, I guess he's LA's hero. Young and flashy. But he is very easily rattled. Right? It's all of his greatness is all on the surface. Because once you break him down, he's nothing on the inside. Just like LA. No offense to anybody living in LA right now. But that's a fake ass town. Debate me on that. Because it's true. I've been there. I didn't even go to Hollywood. And you can just tell everyone in their fucking green juice. And nothing against green juice. I drink green juice. Tastes like trash. But it makes you feel amazing. Gives you some weird shits. But it does make you feel amazing. Gives you a ton of energy after just drinking this liquid. But I mean, it is just... the LA Rams, they're all on the surface. They are so LA. And you think about the way they have built that team. All of their money is tied up in the top players that they got. Soon to be Jalen Ramsey. Aaron Donald, Dante Fowler, Cooper Kupp, Jared Goff. They're paying all of these guys, and so they can't pay anything else underneath. So all of these guys, right, the surface players, they're dominant. Todd Gurley, their top players are the ones that they decided to pay, and that's not the way to build a team. You need depth, because without depth, you are just some chick from LA. I don't know. It just seems so perfect the way their team is built for LA, because it feels just like a fake person from LA. I want to be an actor. You say all the perfect stuff, but really, if you try to communicate with them, you're like, oh, this person's a fucking idiot. No offense to all you actors out there, but I was an extra in one movie. I was an extra in The Space Between Us. You can totally see me in the movie. It's pretty cool. I'm climbing up the stairs, and you can see me. I walk right by the guy. It's badass. But I mean, just being an extra, even some of the extras, it's like, God, you were so fake. And you repeat these big words, and it's like, wow, you are so interesting. I feel it like it parallels the Rams perfectly. Just because they are all surface. Oh, they got Sean McVay, flashy genius. Is he though? They're paying all these players. Jared Goff, dumb. I don't know. It feels like once you go into and talk about the Rams, they end up being not that great. I'm not putting this into words perfectly, but I think the concept is there. right? They are a very surface team. And once you really look into them, dive into them, you try to communicate with the Rams, you realize like, oh, you're just dumb as fuck. Just like Jared Goff and LA. No offense to LA people. Either way, I'm gonna move on a little bit because I feel like I'm just repeating myself over and over again, trying to make my point. I just wish I was great enough at words that I could say it correct. But I ain't too good at words, okay? I dropped out of college. Because yeah. But I mean, listen, this offense, it's not that great. And I hope that the Ravens can kind of continue with what they've been doing on defense. And I've said it before, and said it multiple times, that, you can't count on getting all these turnovers. But once again, I think this is one of the games that you kind of can. Because you hit Jared Goff once, and he is a changed man after that. He is not willing to take those hits. And that's what the Ravens do. The Ravens hit the quarterback. They don't quite get to him. They get roughing the passer penalties. That's what they get. They stop him on third down, roughing the passer. And I in the first quarter, I want the Ravens to rough the passer at least 3 times. I am 100% okay with that. John Harbaugh, pay their fines for him. I know that's like Bounty Gate or something. It's kind of like that. You can't try to injure players. No, don't try to injure them. Just really try to land on them. Really make them feel your presence. Hey, we're the fucking Ravens. Welcome to Baltimore, bitch. Hey, hun, welcome to Baltimore. So I want them to smack Jared Goff right in the fucking mouth. And he'll be so confused that he'll maybe figure out where the sun comes up. Maybe he will. It come from that way. Very good, Goff. Very good, Jared. Very good. I just don't like the kid's face. So I want them to smack the shit out of him. Because once you rattle him, oh, God, that offense is trash. And Todd Gurley, where your knees at? Where your shanana knees? The guy can't run it. What does he have, arthritis? He's like an 80-year-old man. He's got 80-year-old bones in there. I feel bad for him because he just got paid all that money, and of course he got injured. He got injured coming out of college, and so it's like, oh man, poor guy. He's one of the best running backs in the league, but he's been on a pitch count. They finally ran him a bunch last game, but will they do that again? If you're gonna do it, it better be in this game. But I feel like we got the defense to kind of hold up. They do a lot of that stretch scheme, I guess. Run to the outside, one cut and go. That's what Todd Gurley's good at. But I feel like our defense is very good at pursuing. I feel like our defense, when we've had trouble against the run, it's just straight up the gut, where they just hit us quicker than we can respond. And we don't have gap integrity. I think we have the guys that kind of stack up and keep their gaps, as far all the way to the sideline. We have the linebackers who can fill in the right way with Josh Bynes and LJ Fort. Ain't even a peanut. Put in a peanut in there. I mean, I'm nervous about Cooper Kupp because that man, he's not crazy fast, right? He's not crazy explosive. He's just a great route runner. And great route runners get open no matter what. I don't care who you are, what kind of corner you are, who you decide, what your scheme is, who you decide to put on Cooper Kupp. If he's one-on-one, he will most likely get open. So I think we got to double the man. And, I guess Robert Woods, he's coming back. I guess he was dealing with something. Apparently it was some kind of, like family matter or like a personal day. I don't know. I'm going to take a few personal days. Okay, man. I'm sure it was some kind of like something going on with his family. You don't just do that and then not even talk about it, because I haven't seen anything. Maybe he's already told everybody what was going on with him. But I don't know. I don't follow the Rams. I honestly don't care. All I care about is that he's probably going to be playing in this game. So watch out, because Robert Woods is going to be playing. Cooks. Is it Brandon Cooks? Either way, Cooks is going to be coming back from that concussion. Mr. Concussion Man himself. And so when they get all these guys playing, Cooks and Kupp and the guy I was just mentioning, how did I forget about him? I am all over the place in this one. I cannot get a straight thought out without going off on a tangent. But hey, man, that's the way this podcast goes sometimes. I am hyped about this game. Woods is his name. That's right. But I mean, yeah, they're getting all 3 back, and that's when they're most dangerous. But I feel like this this offense, the Rams offense, is most dangerous when they're using the play action. I feel like most teams, right? Most teams are cooking on all cylinders when they're using the play action because, it sucks up the linebackers, opens things up in the back end. But, since they haven't had Todd Gurley playing much, that it doesn't really matter. You can fake to him all you want, but we know he's not getting the ball. And I think, the way to just really win this one and win in dominating fashion like we've done these past couple weeks, just hit Jared Goff. Just hit the man. And I think we will do that. I genuinely think we will. I think our offense, maybe there's a hiccup in one quarter, but I think the other 3 quarters, we remain on this unstoppable force type situation, on this record-breaking kind of offense thing. I think they will stay on that sled. They will stay on that course. I just don't see a defense out there that can kind of hang with Lamar Jackson. I know we've been held to smaller amounts of points, but we still move the ball. Even in those games where we didn't put up mad points, we kicking field goals, right? We're moving the ball, but we just get stopped. We're kicking field goals. And recently we have been finishing those drives, and that's why we've become so dangerous. And Lamar Jackson is hitting this stride. One of the lights, big moments. It seems like he shines a little bit more. Now, don't look at that playoff game, but rookie year, whatever, we will put that aside. But big moments, he plays big. I think he just plays big in every situation. It's just when it is a big moment, right? It just seems that much bigger. The lights are on. The highlights are out. Everybody watching. Even grandma's watching. But yeah, man, I can't wait for this game. I'll give a score prediction. I will say 34-13. Yeah, another dominating performance. Like I said, I bet the over, or not the over. I did bet the over, actually. I bet the over in this game at 46.5. So with my total, that's just hitting it, I think. No, is it? Yeah, 34. Yeah, that's 47. So I'm hoping that is the score because I got them totaling 47 points. And I also bet the Ravens in the spread, which was set at, what was the fucking spread set at? Now I got to figure this out. Oh, here we go. At -3.5. So the Ravens just have to win by more than a field goal. I think they do that. Like I said, 34-13. You heard it here first. Or last, depending on when you're listening to this. But yeah, man. I think that's going to be it. Definitely not too technical. If that's what you came here for, then I'm sorry. I'm just an opinion-based guy. I was definitely a little bit all over the place in this one. But you know what? That's the way it goes sometimes. Hopefully you enjoy this type of content. You just enjoy, the rantings of another Ravens fan. I did not pause one bit. I did not pause once. I did not drink water once. I just plowed right through this for just over 38 minutes straight now. This is why I am craving some Raven. Yeah, could I pause it? Could I edit? Could I organize my thoughts? Be a little bit better maybe? Yeah, 100%. But I like how easy and breezy this is. It feels more raw. Feels more real. About as real as this Ravens team. The opposite of how fake this Rams team is. So LA. So LA. So, with that being said, thanks for listening. If you're on YouTube, feel free to comment anything you want. Anything your little heart desires. If you want to be able to lock your phone, put your phone in your pocket, listen to some great Ravens content, you can find me on any podcasting app that's out there. All the major ones, I am also on there. You just got to search Craven Some Raven, and I should show up. You can follow me on Twitter at Craven Some Raven. Like I said, you can see that video that I posted about Eric Dickerson, and 100%, he looks exactly the same. You will be shocked too. But I always post stupid shit on there. So with that being said, follow me on all that stuff. Like the video. Give me a 5-star review. Please, it helps, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Do you. But if you want to help me out, that'd be cool, dude. That'd be real cool. Be a lot cooler if you did. So with that being said, before I ramble on too much, I will leave you with a Go Ravens!